What a night for Newcastle United at the Emirates Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, as we have one foot in the door of Wembley, as we defeat Arsenal 2-0 in the first leg in what was an incredible performance from Newcastle United. It was more of the same in the first half. I think we equalled Arsenal. Yeah, they had little spells. They hit the post. We had opportunities as well, but we go in 1-0 up at half-time. And deservedly so, in my opinion. We put in a hell of a performance. But for me, the match was all about the second half. And the absolute lions that defended that lead. When we went 2-0 up, great little finish from Anthony Gordon after great work from Murphy and Isak. We're cruising. We're 2-0 up. And a lot of people, were very surprised when Eddie made the changes. Now, I thought he made them a little bit too early. But again, he proves everybody wrong. And what he wanted to do was play that match perfectly. And that's what he did. It's the first leg. We're 2-0 up at the Emirates. It's time to close the door, take away what we've earned, and go back to St James's Park with a lead. Now, yes, we had to defend a lot in the last 20 minutes of that second half, or last half an hour. But didn't they defend like lions? I mean, let's be honest, guys. To put in a shift like that, they deserved everything they got tonight. It was so brilliantly put together. And you know what? Yes, it was backs against the wall. But Eddie Howe was right in what he did. And then he said at the end of the game that, Isak was feeling his hamstring at half-time, which is why he brought him off. So if that wasn't the case, he probably wouldn't have brought Isak off. He'd have kept him on for an outlet because he's probably not going to play against Bromley anyway. He's probably going to get rested. But because he was feeling his hamstring a little bit, Eddie didn't want to risk him. So fine, no problem at all. And listen, Longstaff, when he came on, probably had the worst first 10 minutes that I've ever seen from him for a long time. But he stayed in it. He kept going and he defended really well in them dying moments of the game. He made some great clearances, as did Barnes. Barnes' role there and Miggy's was to all come on and just bloody defend. Save what we've earned through this match. Now, as per usual, the pundits, the Arsenal fans, everybody else, salty tears yet again. I've just seen an interview on TV asking Alexander Isak how he got away with the push. Well, I'm very sorry, but as a striker, he's making room for himself. He shoves Odegaard out the way. He says, sod off, I'm having this ball. It's 1-0 sunshine. Nothing said about the challenge on Isak by Trossard that should have been a yellow card, but as we got a corner, it went completely unpunished. There's always two sides to a story, but when you're talking about Arsenal especially, you saw it with Spurs at the weekend, the saltiness is incredible. They always look for somebody to blame. And people saying, Arsenal deserved something out of that game. Well, no, they didn't. Because they didn't put the ball in the back of the net. And if you can't do that, you get nothing from a football game. If you're 2-0 down and you do not put the ball in the back of the net, whose fault is that? It's yours, not ours. We don't give a shit, quite frankly. But there's always a reason that Arsenal have to lose a game. It's never their own fault, is it? It's always something that happens that they are hard done by. It's not the fact that we went there, we gave them a game, we come out 2-0 winners, and they can't hack it. It's the usual bullshit, and look, it's laughable for us. We don't really care. Let them come at us again with the saltiness. I mean, look, the game isn't finished yet. The tie's not finished yet. We couldn't have imagined going back to St James's Park with a 2-0 lead. Everybody was saying, let's go back with a draw or still be in the contest at the end. Well, we're more than in the contest because we're right in it. We're 2-0 up. But there is still a lot of work to do. But Bruno will be back. And that's a massive addition to us. Because to do that without Bruno was unbelievable. Was absolutely unbelievable. And the way those two centre-backs played for Newcastle United tonight, Fabian Schär's going to find it difficult to get back into the Premier League side. Because how can you be burning Botman and put in performances like that and get dropped? Nowhere on this earth. And that's how football should work. You've got Fabian Schär, unfortunately, got suspended. Botman's come back at the right time. He's come straight back into the team and was an absolute warrior with Dan Burn tonight. Both of them. Both fullbacks. Sensational. Goalkeeper. Yeah, he had a bit of a nervy bit in the first half where he came to punch across and missed it. However, made some brilliant saves for us. And has helped us get that first foot in the door for the final at Wembley. Everything was done perfectly tonight. Everything. Eddie Howe, hats off to you, mate. You know best, right? You know best. And the fact is, although I thought you went a bit early with the subs, a lot of people did, you didn't. You proved right yet again. And as I say, sometimes you have to win by putting in a defensive effort. And when you've earned a 2-0 lead like that, it doesn't matter what you do for the rest of the game. If you come away and go back home with a 2-0 lead in this semi-final, you've done something right. You've done something very right. And Eddie's done that tonight. Magnificently done that tonight. And gave us a wonderful opportunity now of making the final at Wembley. It is just incredible. The turnaround in this team is nothing short of sensational. Nothing short. And credit to Eddie and credit to the players for getting it resolved, whatever was going on, and they've resolved it brilliantly, and the performances on the pitch are showing that. That was a Lions effort in the second half. They came together as a team. They said, right, we now need to hold on to what we've got at 2-0, and we are going to do everything we can in our power to stay 2-0 up going into the second leg. Absolutely brilliant. I am over the moon with that performance. And you know what? It's even funnier now because all the saltiness in North London again, saying, oh, there was a push on Odegaard, there was this, there was that. Bollocks to it all. It doesn't matter. We're 2-0 up now, and Arsenal have got to score 3 goals at St James's Park. 3 goals, and we haven't got to score any. I'm sorry, but they are really up against it. Now, they've got some very difficult games around the second leg as well. So do they now say, right, well, we've got more important things to look to, and do they play a first team in the second leg? I don't know. I don't care. All I care about is how we perform in that second leg. But now we no disrespect to Bromley, but we've got a chance now to rest a few players, and then we can obviously look to the Premier League again and build up towards the second leg. Bromley will allow a lot of squad players to come in, hopefully give our first teamers a rest. The guys that are on the periphery of the team, in the squad, they'll want to put a performance in just to show Eddie that they're there. They're ready to come in should they be needed. So expect Newcastle to go out and put in a performance against Bromley, because those players coming in will want to do that. They will want to make sure that Eddie knows that they're still around. But everything is just clicking into place, guys. It's just magnificently clicking into place. We are now one of the top sides in the Premier League. There is no doubt about that. We are showing that now. We've gone against Tottenham. We've gone against Arsenal. Liverpool didn't beat us. This is what we wanted. This is the team that I think everybody expected at the start of the season. Challenging at the right end of the table. It's been a little bit of a bumpy ride to get where we are now, but by God, we are there now. And that performance tonight just summed everything up. You know, going to North London to play Spurs in the Premier League and Arsenal in the Carabao Cup and coming away with victories in both games, it blows your mind. It blows your mind at the performance without Bruno tonight, and we still went and did it. Now, I do want to say something about Martin Dubravka as well, because obviously, I didn't see a lot of what happened after the game. There was a lot of people in the comments saying that Dubravka was in tears and very, very emotional. So it was quite clear to everybody that maybe that was his last game for Newcastle. And then I saw a little bit on the TV just before I started this video, and he was visibly upset. Certainly not in the way, you would be winning a semi-final first leg like that. You would be a lot happier. So I think Dubravka is moving on. But I'd just like to say to him, good luck and thank you. He took a lot of flack from me, from this channel, from a lot of Newcastle United fans, certainly for what happened with the Man United incident. Then he wasn't on great form last season. But it's a measure of the man that he's come back and done what he's done this season. He's stuck around at Newcastle. Nick Pope got injured. This man has come in and done brilliantly, and is part of the reason we are now one step in the door at Wembley, because he was brilliant tonight. Made some brilliant saves, and look, hats off to you, Martin, and hopefully we can go on and win you a cup medal, because you deserve it, mate. You've certainly redeemed yourself, if that's the right word, from all the Man United crap and poor form. But look, you've come back and you've done everything for Newcastle. You've been a great stalwart, and good luck to you, and thank you very much, Martin, and good luck. But there you go, guys. That is the match reaction. I mean, listen, leave a comment below. What did you think? we are on cloud nine right now as Newcastle United fans. We are back tomorrow night. Well, if you're watching this on Tuesday night, you could be watching on Wednesday, but 7 o'clock is the review. Our normal review, 24 hours after the match. Join us for that. We'll take a more in-depth look. We'll do the player ratings, and we'll basically make it even more salty for Arsenal, because there's probably a lot more coming out tonight and tomorrow from North London saltiness again, and certainly from the pundits in the south as to why Newcastle shouldn't have won that game, or we didn't deserve it, or whatever, because Arsenal we should just bend over backwards and take it up the backside. That's how they see it. Arsenal should be in the final. Well, it's not looking like that. We've upset the apple cart, hopefully, with getting one foot in at the moment. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. And of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. It is free to do so, but don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show in the future. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, folks, because I tell you what, it was a cracking win, wasn't it? Absolutely cracking win. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.